And then the children obedience. The second one is children obedience. So this is the differences between relationship between the family in Indonesia and family in America. Family in Indonesia, the parent always support their kid as long as they still not married. But in United States, in America, usually after they graduate from high school, they can live outside the family and they have to support themselves with their own money. But in Indonesia, not. As long as you not married yet, you still live with the family, even or after married. Like me, I already married, but I study here, I leave my son in my family, with my family. That's why the relationship between kids, between children and the family and the parent is very tough. So that's the children, because of that, the children didn't want to argue with the parent. So children always try to do what the parent recommended, and the community also will blame the children if the children do argue with the parent. So if the parent said, okay, you have to marry with this one, and if they argue or they refuse what the people said, the community will blame them. And the second one is parent responsibility. The indicator of the successful parent is when they can support their children after the marriage. So I remember this one day, one of my father friend come to my house. He asked my parent to look for the suitable spouse for her daughter, because her daughter at the time already 25 years old, and in Indonesia 25 years old to be the maximum limited for women to marry. After 25 years old, they will consider what is perawan tua. What is in perawan tua in English? Old maid. Old maid. That's why. So, and the parent, friend of my parent will feel guilty, and he didn't want to get blamed from the community, because until her daughter already 25 years old, he didn't get the husband yet for their daughter, and it doesn't work for son. The parent never have like worry or something like that. Even her son already 30 years old. This different case with the daughter. And the last one is obedience to the teacher, particularly for the religious teacher. In Indonesia, the relationship between religious teacher and student is very unique. This is not in America. In America, we feel like, okay, you are my teacher only in the class. But after outside the class, okay, you are friends, we can hang out together, something like that. But not in Indonesia, particularly for the religious teacher. Because the religious teachers have right as parent. So the teacher can arrange the student marriage. And the student also cannot argue with the student cannot argue with the teacher. We have the very unique term in Islam, sami'na wa ta'na. It means, this from Arabic language, it means what you heard, you have to do. If you heard from your teacher, you have to marry with this person. You have to, it means that this is recommended, this is like required that you have to marry with this person, something like that. Okay, this one is the picture is when my my brother-in-law give ring to my sister. Okay, next.